We are now joined by Katharina Schramm. Mrs. Schramm is one of the winners of the St. Gallen's Rings of Excellence Award this year at the 45th St. Gallen Symposium. Katharina Schramm has a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Mannheim, and her fields of specialization would be accounting and finance. Welcome to the 45th St. Gallen Symposium.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Starting with the first question, could you please quickly summarize your essay for those who did not have the chance to read it?
Okay, my essay is titled Beyond Influence, Rethinking Elites in the Brave New World, and I based my essay on the novel Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, in which he describes basically an abstract future society which is coordinated in a caste system, state orders, which means they have alphas, betas and gammas, and they're ruled by alpha and everything as well. They are happy, but they don't have science, they don't have truth, they never challenge the existing system, and I took this novel as a basis to compare it to the challenges that elites face and also to how I perceived our young generation to be and to interact. So basically I figured we have a lot of opportunities and chances, but elites are always a bit individualist, like my fellow students and I at university. Sometimes we just communicate via social media, we get the fallacy to be connected, but in reality we are not. We are more like competition driven, and everything is a bit superficial, or still more superficial than I would hope it to be.
Okay, very, very interesting indeed. Your essay ends on the sentence, ultimately elite is a term, responsibility a choice, so that is the last sentence of your essay. And why is it not an obligation? Why is it a responsibility and not an obligation?
Actually this would be an ideal world. I have to say that responsibility would be an obligation to take responsibility for everyone. However, I believe it's always also important that the right people take responsibility for the right opportunities. So basically, if everyone feels responsible for everything, which kind of exhibits a mismatch with his own capabilities and his own interests, this could maybe lead to forced selection of superiors, of responsible people. So basically, I feel like it should be an obligation insofar that when people kind of make an assessment that, hey, I can really make an impactful change in a certain matter, then it's my chance to stand up. And then when it's really a match, it should be, I hope, an obligation.
So we have a responsibility followed by an obligation.
A choice followed by an obligation, hopefully, yes.
Okay, thank you. Coming to the last question, you focused on elites, as we now learned. How does this term change nowadays, the term elite?
Well, I think in the previous days it used to be like a very distant term. You know, we would associate with elites very few people on the top whose authority is very much unquestioned. We would follow their lead and not question them. And I feel like especially Generation Y and maybe even the upcoming Generation Z is really questioning it with the help of technology. They want to create win-win situations. They give a lot, but they also expect a lot. So basically, they're really more willing to transform the entire system. But this only works when they're well networked, when they're not biased with their own knowledge. And I think that's why the St. Gallen Symposium is such an excellent opportunity to foster this kind of exchange and to really get more diverse input, so you can really prevent yourself from developing tunnel vision. For instance, I study accounting and finance, but it would be my main incentive to participate in the symposium was also to exchange more with people from environmental engineering. So for me, it's like a great opportunity, and I hope that elites will really will transform from a single few to a coalition. So basically, and the St. Gallen Symposium is of course a very promising first step in that direction.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and enjoy your time at the 45th St. Gallen Symposium. Thanks.
I will. Thank you very much.